Hello and welcome. I was going to do a stress test on the next chat server. Right, let me just get the links so I can post them. The Becky Next group. Just put a new post. Just muting that so I don't get any feedback. Posted. Right, let's see if I can get some. Page. Hi, Simon. Hey, Stuart. No, that's the wrong one. What the hell? That's the old one. That link is wrong. Right now, let's go on this one. Right. Sorry about that. Best go fix that. Nice. That's the link fixed anyway. Whew. Right. Have we got anyone in? Is the question. Next year guest afternoon. Hello. It's Chris Taylor. Good day. Lee Hen. Hello. Richard Robbins. Hello, Biff boys and girls. Simon Bamber. Good afternoon, all. Hello to Jim Philpott. Right. Okay. Let's get this started. Right. If you, hopefully, you've downloaded the app. And then I've basically set up a line 5 in the chat to run at 2, just so we can run at 14 megahertz. Oh, hang on. Right. So if you just press enter when you get asked enter room to join, if you just press enter, you go straight to the lobby. And there's 3 people in next chat. So to jump to another room, we do join / join and then next chat. As you can see, it says the rooms. So if you type, it's got here, type look. Let's see who's in the room. Simon B, Taylor Zah, Dinky Ray, and Bagtest. I'm on the Bagtest account because I tried setting up a new account just to make sure it was logging in okay. Right, and so like I say, you've got look, which shows you who's in the room, and then you've got /list, which shows you the rooms that you can choose, or you can make a new one. Like say you wanted to branch out with a friend that you're chatting with, just tell them the room you go into, and then just do join, and then new room, and then if I do list, we show new room and there's one in. So if I go next /join next chat, because we'll get everyone in the same room. And Stuart G has entered the room. Hi, Stuart. Yeah, we've been Jim Philpott's been busy doing the server side, and we've added nice messages now. So when people enter or leave the room, you get notifications. Also means if you're in a room and you're chatting with a friend, until we've added the ability to lock a room, if someone came in and was just not talking, you probably wouldn't know. Hey, Stuart. Right, and so if we list, we got 5 in here now, and 2 in the lobby. And let's go in and join the lobby for a sec, just so I can tell them to join next chat. /list /look, even not list. It was me and Stuart from earlier. So right, it takes a little while for them to have. They should have come out, but maybe we quit while we were still in the lobby before next chat. Right, look, and we have 4 in here now. As you can see, Stuart G and myself are in here, as well as Dinky, Taylor, and Simon. There's 5 in here now. Right, so do you all want to try joining a room? Just pick up a random room, name yourself, and then all leave, and then come back and see. No, just basically try and set up new rooms, and then come back into this one. Dinky Ray's gone. Let's have a look at what room he's gone into. New room. Oh, Dinky, cool. Stuart G's gone. To CT maybe. Taylor ZA's gone. As you can see, we've got loads more new rooms in. Hey Tim. He right, and Simon B. Let's see what room he's got. So we've now got quite a few rooms. Batch. Yep. And if you'd like to join your way back in here, I assume you can hear me and you're watching live as well as on your next, maybe, hopefully. Or if you just didn't hear, if you're just on your next, then hopefully you'll know to come back again. Here's Dinky Ray back. Nice one, Dinky. Tim's left. What room did he do? Yeah, as you can see, the rooms have started filling up nicely. So yeah, you can jump in and out of rooms anytime, which is great. And Flash Fan. Hey Flash Fan. I wonder who you are. And welcome back, Tim and Simon and Stuart and Taylor. So we're all back in next chat. And we have plenty of rooms, and that seems to be okay. If you do with a few more people, if we've got anyone out there that have, yeah, it seems to be working okay. It seems to be working fine. People jumping in and out of rooms. Just trying to think what else we could try. Should we all jump into lobby? The Jim has entered the room. Hey, other Jim and Dinky Ray. And Dinky Ray, Taylor, other Jim. Yeah, other Jim seems to be working okay. Right. Now, are we all in here? I think we're missing a couple, aren't we? Is everyone in here? As with us being now in the lobby, what will happen is the other rooms that have had people in and then they came back out, they should slowly, after a little delay, will start clearing up. What's the delay? How long have you set the delay to, Jim? I'm not talking to myself here, I'm talking to other Jim, sorry. Other Jim is the guy in the thingy, other Jim, well, in the chat. The chat being on the next. Other Jim is Jim, as in the server guy, Jim Philpott. And Tim is, as we all know, Tim, the great Tim. Right, 5 minutes. So yeah, so after 5 minutes, these 10 seconds will clear an empty room. Okay, cool. So if we, they're not clearing up yet, Jim. Have they not left the room? Right, what we can try now is, now that there's, let's use in here. Not list, look. Sound B, there's no Tim in here. Tim, you're missing. Where are you, Tim? We're in the lobby in case you're wondering, Tim. Right, what I was going to suggest now is, even though there's only 5 of us, if we try just type in random thingies just to see how the server copes, or maybe you'll count up to 20 or something, like that, and then see. Oh, just basically so we can see if we get any fails in there somewhere. How's it looking on server side, Jim? Other Jim, sorry. As you are now officially known as Other Jim. Need to allow override in basic. Yeah. Can't interrupt the stream otherwise. But yeah, very true. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Tim. Yeah. Which is why I luckily with the code side you can just carry on typing. No issues as of yet, all working fine. Thanks, Jim. No, Other Jim. 7 active connections. Woohoo! Who's the other one? Let's see who else is in. I must have missed it as the list. Sorry, look. I keep forgetting which one it is. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which room are they in? I think you might have an issue with the closing of the rooms, Jim, because there's a lot still active, even though they've left the room. Yeah, I think Jim's gone to other Jim's gone to look to see who's in the other room. Because we're in the lobby, I think. The other guy's probably gone into. Yeah, should we go back into next chat? On keyboard. Join next chat. There we go. Unless they were in there from before still. Here's Dinky Ray. Yeah, I haven't told Tim or Jim this yet, but I want to try and get a little adventure game going with this chat. Just basically, change rooms and find things in rooms. I want to get it either by by the time I do the next stream, I might give it 2 weeks, and then in the next 2 weeks I'll try and get it finished for then, and we'll have the first multiplayer proper game going online. Yeah, I'll give it 2 weeks, because then it'll give me, Jim and Tim time to do any modifications to the server and testing as well. Make sure it all works well. I assume all you guys are watching on YouTube as well as being live on your next, or are you just live on the next? Not just getting the feedback from the next, just so I know whether to type or not. Why are we jumping rooms? Some kind of encryption. No, Tim, we were jumping rooms basically to just to check to see how it copes with lots of people jumping rooms. And you can't hear, right? Okay. Okay. Getting you guys to jump around because we can test server handling lots of movement between rooms. Yeah, obscurity is the best. Oh, best security. Beloved not AT&T once said security by obscurity is not security. Watching on YouTube as well as Engo. Nice one, Stuart. Stephen Malley, YouTube and next, cool. And if you jump rooms without leave, then my room remained. No, it shouldn't do, because I'm sure Jim had that fixed. I'm sure we tested that, didn't we, Tim? Tim, didn't we test jumping direct to another room without leave? Slash leave. Hey Dinky Ray, welcome back. Found the same. I know, but well, the thing is, Tim, I knew you were winding me up because I knew you could hear me because obviously I didn't type it in, so you knew what I was saying. However, somebody else in the chat mightn't have been watching live as well as doing it. We'll fix next deploy. Yeah, okay. Leaves a zombie in the old room. Okay. And that's why it's not a thing. So they'll eventually go. So if we look now, sorry, list. Yeah, the rooms have gone. So just flash fan on his lonesome. Or is that forgotten what his name is now. Right, Tim's gone. Where's he gone? He's gone to find flash fan. But yeah, someone's in new room, I guess, maybe, and someone. There's two in the lobby, possibly, and flash fan, unless he's back in the lobby or. Yeah, flash fan's gone now. Right, so just new room and someone's NETX chat. Someone's mistyped it. All right, yeah, okay. So it was you, was it then? Hey, Emook. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. He's left the room and entered the room. He jumped in. Yep, we're all back here. Are you watching live as well as on Next? Cool, nice one. Mike has entered the room. Now is this Mike Daly? Mike, who are you, Mike? Which one are you? Hi ho. Mike the cat. Okie dokie. Cool. Good to see you, Mike. The cat will. Hi, Nige. Good to see you too. Right, so yeah, the jumping between rooms with the slash join does still leave a zombie of you in that room. So we'll get Jim to sort that out and put that in the next update. Yeah. Well, it's just so you can like spot the different, well, the breaks between someone else talking. All right, yeah, set your baud rate. Yeah, I don't think it connects at 2 meg. That's one thing. Next team members level critical rest. Yeah, maybe I should look at setting the baud rate in the chat program. I probably have to find the baud rate first in case. Yeah, I didn't think they would. That's what I mean, Tim. I'll have to find the drivers. Not find the drivers. Find the baud rates that the ESP is on, and then connect in case someone's been connecting at a faster speed. Yeah, I might do that using the basic loader, Emook. So that might be the easiest way to do it. In fact, that will be the easiest way to do it. Get it to set the board up first and then load it. Yeah. Very possibly, Tim. Maybe we can have a look at it. If we had it run at 2 meg, that'd be great. But 2500, well, 25,000 is not too bad. So how many was there in here now? Look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Woohoo! All right. Okay. Yeah. No worries. We'll leave it at 11,2500. 11,25,000. Right. Just trying to think what else can we test. Any ideas, Tim? What do you reckon we should test? Should we do more jumping around rooms or a lot of typing and see how much we can see if we can flood fill it with lots of typing like that. Yeah, cool. Let's look into that. Does look good. Yeah, everyone just type in a load of random garbage. Yeah. If everyone can just so we can see the board rate. Walk down the steps. Steps for slippery. No. Do not understand, no. Of twisty little passages. All the same. Yeah. Cast magic spell. Yeah, that gives you the curious map. Yeah, are you ready for this one, Emook? Drop the base. Yeah, great news. Speaking of base, great news on the update. Playing mods. Maybe he's not amused. That's it. I'm glad you put the expletives in because I don't know if we've the server does that yet. Adding effects. Oh, cool. Looking forward to that. Store gives you the food. Just going to throw a problem. Yeah. 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 Tim, you're right. Both Imuk and what's his name? Kev are done amazing jobs. No, the musical talents knows no bounds. No naughty word filter. That's from other Jim. So yeah. The naughty word filter yet. Is there a character limit? Yes, there is on this. It's basically about 2 lines long. Yeah, I think I've set it to 62 characters. One way to find out is that way. Yeah, 62. As you can see, where it says bag test and then the 0, you go down 2 lines and that's 64, and then you go back 2, and that would be 62, and then the numbers start. So yeah, 62 characters. It's just a random arbitrary number. I don't know why. Yeah, I left it 62 because the other 2 that you don't see is the carriage return and 0 terminator. So that's why Taylor Z. Taylor Z. So yes, it is 64. I know you're kidding. Yeah. It's 10-0. Sage, yes, I've been coding. I've made the app. We're just stress testing it now before it goes live, even though it's live already. But just giving it a stress test. Yep. CL, or is it LF? It's LF actually, isn't it? 10. It's the name of the server. Jim, are you in to reply for that one? Boobies, Mike. It's boobless, isn't it? Isn't it the other way around, Mike? You have to rotate your calculator. Yeah, lots of data in BASIC. I could make mine longer, but I just wanted to keep it short because I didn't want it to go too mad. Oh, it should be that if you're doing it properly, because you have to turn your calculator upside down. Well, rotate it 180 degrees. Yes, totally agree. Imuk. Matt is doing a tile map version. He's got the source, so he's doing a tile map version of the chat program. So it's probably why he's not here at the moment, or he's doing other stuff. I don't, why he's not here, I don't know. But yeah, we shall have a tile map version. 196 in basic, nice. Yes, we've already thought about doing the smileys and stuff anyway, so we have some emoticons. I know it's emote, but yeah, we shall have some emotes in there hopefully. Full screen size and smaller text would be great. Yes, totally agree. It might be best to use the 80 column mode and have it looking really nice. But I think the reason we kept it like this was to keep the specky look and feel. Because if we went to 80 characters and full screen, it'd look not specky. But I know it's a next. But no support. Yeah, chat rooms on the left. That would be a good idea. I was also thinking of having the having yeah, it is that. Can you see that? Oh, you won't be able to see any of the mouse movements. Yeah, I was thinking of having a list of usernames on the right hand, well, over on up there on the right, and then over on the far left, having we could have the room names over there. And maybe just get it to update like once every minute or so, or just click a refresh, have a refresh at the top, and then that way it doesn't have to continuously refresh. Yes, I think you're right. Yes, we will probably do that. Use the borders to show rooms, and thankfully, because we've kept the rooms at 8 characters and the names at 8 characters, magically fits down the sides. If we go in for 80 column anyway. Yeah, it would look like Towers Square. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to do it. And if we had, like Imuk says, if we bring out the mouse in there, have that going, that would be pretty cool. Just add a sprite for the mouse as well, mouse cursor. Yeah, it does. Because you're in the basic version, aren't you? You've got that resolution going. Are these usernames going to be wiped? There's no reason why we would need to. Might as well keep them as they are. So the people who've got the names now can they have been a few times. Might as well leave it now though, Tim. Because people have already got their username set up, and it means that because they were here from the start, we've locked the names in for them, so they don't have to do like Mike 5 or Tim 7. If you get in early, you get your name, don't you? Basically. So yeah, I think we should keep the names. Yes, you'll need your well, you shouldn't need to best to keep hold of it, Mike, but the program saves it to on a file on hard drive. Not on your hard drive, on your SD card. So yeah, it should, next time you come in, it'll just go straight in and log you in. You just press it. Next time you log in, if you just press enter, it'll just take you straight into the lobby. Then you can start chatting straight just after one press of a key. Yeah. Are you gonna release the Tim? We can get Jim to delete Tim then, and release it for other people. What was Dinky Ray's idea? Did I miss that one? Oh, yeah, you can copy that. Yeah, you can copy that file. The file is in machines/next, and it's nextchat.in. And it basically has your username and password in case you forget it. But if you forget it, it doesn't matter because it's there. It'll load up automatically. The reason I put it there is because then that way, when you run a different app which will use the same protocol, it'll just log you straight in. Like if you load one of the games, a network game, it'll log you in as your user. So we keep the users same between games. Yeah, very true. Just testing / is a good idea. Well, the thing is that a new machine and next was going to be there because we're on a next. So problem. I hate this. Yeah, bizarre names. Yeah, we know Imuk. There's only one, thankfully. And now he's Imuk on here too. Online game engine. Yeah, that's what the OGE stands for. Because what we're doing is, I don't know if all of you know, but we're planning on making it so that developers can use a scripting language and then have a server, the ability to have the server running with their app as well. So hopefully it'll handle the servers that we use will handle the throughput. So because there'll only be 10,000 users, and if they're all, I can't see them all playing games at the same time. But well, it's saying that they might be if this takes off really well with the network games, which we're hoping to. But yeah, looking into mods, there's loads of different ideas floating around with what we'll be able to do. And because it'll be a simple scripting language, and so it's minimalistic, so you don't have to type it in much to get a server up and running. And as the script itself will be doing all the donkey work. So basically means that, like say, people with no server-side knowledge of coding should be able to make a server for their network, a network server for their game. So even in basic, so because Tim's working on, Tim's connected with his basic side of the app. Do you want me to show behind the curtains of the app? But very basic. It's just an update, update net chat, and get any messages that just prints them on the screen and scrolls it when it's down the bottom. And the other bit is allowing you to type key presses, and then when you press enter, it clears the line that you're on and sends it to the server, which then echoes it back and then prints it up on the screen, on your screen. So the code itself should be pretty minimalistic to get added to projects as well. And again, it'll all be tidied up and sectioned out into simple, update this, allow text, use this call to print, so you do your own printing routine, so you can type in with however you want, because not everyone will be using a ULA, or some people would be using tile map, some people would be using layer 2. So if you have a patch where you can just put in an address where your print routine is, and then it'll print wherever, and a bit for printing in the top and printing in the bottom, typing in the bottom, and then that'll be good to go. Let's see what you've been saying. Used to use Preston Micro Net a lot back in the day. No live chat on that. We could include the basic chat app on the distro. Well, we plan to release the basic chat and the ASM chat on the distro, just so people can use it and start making their own games. Little stress test. I won't go through the code just yet, because it's need to, now that it's working, need to tidy it off, get it stripped out, so it's more user friendly for everyone. So it'll be easier to get it set up into different areas, like for the update, and and the patch for when you're adding your own print routines to it and stuff like that. Yes, as Tim says, we'll be releasing the basic and the ASM code so people can learn, and we'll also be doing a example games. Like, me and Tim are going to be working on battle chess, not battle chess, battleships, and although battle chess was a great game, but we're not doing that one. We're doing battleships in basic as a network game, and we'll probably do a another game in machine code, and then we'll release them with the distro as a tutorial on how to get stuff. Yeah, we'll remove all the explicit comments. Why doesn't this work? And stuff like that will all get cleared out and be all nice and tidy, and like put your code in here and put your print routine in here, and etc. Or it could just be call your print routine print, and sprint, which is stack print routine, which I use a lot. And then basically the stack routine, type in here, print, and then it's pop hl colon call print print colon jump brackets hl, and that's it. And then basically you do call print colon. I'm doing colon because it saves doing all the adding all different lines. db hello world comma 0, and then that will call print, and then it'll pop the return address, which is the address of the H in hello world, and then use that to call print, and then the jump hl will jump to the instruction after the 0 at the end. Or do you want to see inside the code? Right, okay. Let me see if I can load it up then. Right. Let's see if I can share my screen. Should be that. Now let me just, because I won't be able to see any other gyms. Hi, Jim. Right. So basically, oops, if I use the right screen. Got to start off here, train the ESP, set a bank number, because basically this is a clone of Tim's basic side of the engine. And then we've got like a reconnect bit, set the stack, clear the screen. Yeah, see the sprint. Just do the next chat, and then initialize the server, net API code up, do the SIP close, wait 25 halts, and then we've got set the channel to print on, got to send messages, then connect to the server. If it's failed, then retrying connection and does the reset again. But if it's connected, falls through to here, which again sets the channel, and then does a get reply, and then which gets a reply from the server. Print connected on channel, and then shows the channel connected on, prints the hex number of said channel, and then start, which sets the channel to use, the default channel to use, and then call do login, which loads the file up. Again, drains the ASP, loads the file up, reads the username, reads the password, closes the file, tests login, and then yeah, puts that into a well, gets a reply, and then checks if there's an S in a specific point, which gives us a success. No, and then it's that S in successfully. And then if so, it's just I should do a full test of the actual message, but as we were just testing, I did that because it might be getting flooded at the time when you're joining. That's why we wanted to do the stress test, just to see how that works out. And then yeah, so basically that just keeps it in a 2K buffer, and Yeah, and then just checks. Well, make sure the child's printed is in a 2K buffer, and then gets the byte, and then compares it, and then falls into no file, and then asks, do you have a username? Yes or no. Clears the keyboard buffer, holds, and basically this is the loop is int entry, which that will be in an interrupt in the next version. So all you have to do is just get input and compare yes for try user pass or compare no to back to loop. And then create user just does enter new username, call get 8 characters, which only allows you to type in 8 characters. And then if the input length is 0, it tells me to type user and password again. Otherwise, it copies the input string into username and clears the input, and then puts the 10, which is the end of message when it's sent into the server, on the password, and then does test login, and then puts it back to 0 on the last password -1, because basically it just sends that bit there, putting the 10 is the end of message when it does the send message. So if we look at password, it's lucky I didn't have my data already in here. If you look at password, you got 10 here, and then if you look at username, so password -1 is here. So it just sends that to the end of message. So when it does a reggie command with username, the server says it creates a user called your username, and because we're creating you're creating a user, it doesn't do a password because you get that back from the server. And then so where's that bit again? Yeah, here. And then get a reply, and if it's successfully registered, then it copies the password and copies the message to password, and then jumps to success, and success says save and login, saves your file, and then flushes the data from the server. And then does your chat start message, which sends the chat command, and then turn the echo off, call flush, which gets any replies back, and then turn echo back on, and then does a send message for get room list, and then just so it basically prints the what's in the list of rooms, and then tells you to enter a room to join, gets you to call get 8 characters, which is your room name, and then just it adds that room name into the join room message, sends the join message, gets the reply, and clears any other responses, and then you're logged in. And they're just the messages that they send, the slash messages. And then got the get 8 chars routine, basically clears the inputs, which clears the bottom line of the screen and clears the buffer for the line. Halt, just waits for the vblank, call int entry, which again will be in an interrupt, and then just calls this get message, which receives any message from the server and prints it to the screen. Call get input, allows you to type in, and returns the last character press. So if it's nothing, it'll go in the loop. If it's -1, it's delete. If it's 13, you've pressed enter. Otherwise, it's a character, so it puts it into the string. So gets the input length, which is the length of the string that you're inputting, and then pokes the byte in it. Put E, the key you pressed in E, and then write it to the buffer there, and then increase the input length. Make sure it doesn't go over 8, and that's it. And then just show input, and then which prints the input string down the bottom of the screen, and then just goes back to the loop. And delete just checks if the length is 0, so goes back to the loop, otherwise decreases it, and then puts a 0 in where you just moved to. Then we've got our send message, which grabs the character, sends it, and loops around until you get your line feed. Get single character from the server. Get a single character definitely, so it's just waiting a loop until time's out or gets it. Now you've got a get reply, which will get reply and print it out to the screen, depending on whether you've got your echo set or not. And then it also increases the attributes. That's why we've got the color in, because of these two lines here. Gets the attribute, increases it, compares with 3E. It's not 0, then it just stores it, otherwise it sets it back to 3.8, which is white on black, black on white. Get message sends a try keep, and the keep is a by the way, when I'm talking I can't see anything that anyone's typing because I'm on a different screen. Actually, I could probably bring that up because I can only see my feed on the screen above. If I bring that up there, I can see what you're typing as well then. Let's try next. Ask for username and password, and then I'll again ask. Yeah, Stuart, that does sometimes happen. Again, that could be because of the the just checking for the S if it's missed it. Right. So anyway, this try keep. What that does is we've set up the server to have a heartbeat message to let the server know that you're still alive, and that sends the word keep about every 2.5 minutes. And if it doesn't get a keep within 5 minutes, then the server says that you've just disconnected, like you've reset your machine or whatever, and then it'll be what we have, the Reaper, which will disconnect you from any rooms that you've been in, and also wait a little while once everyone's out of the room, and then get rid of the room as well. So when you jump around into when you create other rooms, because you can create as many as you want, and then but when you leave the room, if there's no one left in the room, it waits about 10 seconds and then deletes it. Just stops like having millions of rooms. So when you type in list, or is it lock? I can't remember. Wait, let me just check this. Go back to there. Do list. Yeah, you can see we've got like eight people in the room, and StarCraft next. Yes, Stinky. But yeah, we're trying to get this done as quickly as possible so we can get to the point where we can have some great games like that networked. Right, let me get that back up. and it wasn't that one I wanted. It was that one. And so yeah, this try keep is what sends the heartbeat every now and again, well, every 2.5 minutes, which lets the server know that you're actually still there, even though you've not typed anything. And then as part of the get message, clears the characters printed, so you've got new stuff coming in, and then gets a single character. If there's nothing, then it goes to nothing. Otherwise, checks if it's a 10. If it is a 10, if it's not a 10, then it goes to here. If it is a 10, just put it to a 13, so it's internally for my print routine. Then we've got a reply buffer, where it pokes it into the reply buffer, increases the number of characters printed. If it's echo reply is 1, then it will print the character, otherwise it won't print it. And if it's 13, if it's not 13, it'll just go back to the loop, otherwise it'll change the attribute color and then return A with H or L, H or with L, so that you know if it's non-zero, then you've typed some stuff in. If it's 0, you've not typed anything in, and it returns. And nothing is, where's that from? Oh yeah, if there's nothing coming in from the buffer, then if the characters printed is 0, then it'll return. Otherwise, it'll do another. If there is data still in the buffer, then it'll do the interrupt bit and then jump back to loop. And then we have the echo reply and chars printed, and a little replay buffer, which is 2K. Flush, which just calls the interrupt bit, gets message, and if it's non-zero, flush. So it'll just stay in this loop if it's if there's still data coming through, and then it'll basically wait 3 halts before it with nothing coming through, and then once all 3 come through empty, it says yeah, it's okay to return. We flushed it. And then this is the IP address of the server, the interrupt entry, which I won't bother going into that just yet, as that's basically just checking the pages. Checking the flags. Well, checking if it's ready, if there's anything ready to on TX, and then check the flags, see if the UART is full. And, if border set to 1, we just set the border to show some graphics, and then bank the pages in that the spat.sys file uses for memory, for the buffer for the memory, which is the one we allocated at the very beginning of the program. Up here, this bit, we just forced to bank. We didn't allocate it. We just forced to bank because it's basically meant to be a machine code game, which is what the ASM side of the set driver is for, where you basically take over the machine, which is why I'll be setting up interrupts as well, because we don't want any of the drivers running from basic, because it's a game, we want to know where all our memory is. So, and then where are we? Yeah, page in. Then does the inquiry extend, the IRQ extend, which is the code on the sys thingy, I think, or is it down here? Anyway, this is part of the API for the sys driver. So the net API does whatever the net API does, because Tim wrote this, I think. So I won't go into that just yet. Anyway, then we've got down here, which is more of the API, and we've got handle input, which checks for enter, returns 0 because you hit enter. And then if it's -1, delete. If it's less than 32, just return anyway, because you don't want that character. If it's greater than 1 to 8, greater than or equal to 1 to 8, then return. We don't want that. And then just put the character, check the buffer size, max input len -2, because we need the 2 characters at the end. And then write the character to the buffer, and then show your input, which just prints it to the bottom of the screen. Then delete, just checks the input length and basically puts the byte, puts a space and space clear the old character. And then show the input, and then XOR arrays just return with a note you haven't pressed anything. Send it is to basically send the command to the server, and so I have like a command list, which is command list. We've got CLS and connect, but we don't need that connect anymore, because I was doing it so we can in the, if you type CLS now in your messages, like in your prompt, then it'll clear the screen. So if I I'm getting messages, hold on, shouldn't be showing that. Right, where are you? So put the screen back so I can type in. So if I do CLS, clears the screen. I should have read what people had chatted before typing CLS. So if you did ask a question, ask again, because I've not been able to see anything that's been typed in while I've been chatting, waffling away with the source. Hey, Vaps Arcade. Can't join the room. Right, okay. Yeah, CLS won't work in basic. Not too long. It doesn't take long at all. It's like probably about 2 months. This. It just grows constantly. Right, can you start sentence with it? Oh, you can't. start a sentence with it. CLS. Right. Message's not working. Baps Arcade, do restart. Reset and restart the app. If it's if your own messages are not working. Right, and then has my screen froze? Here. Wasn't on live for some reason. Yep. Go back to that view. Right. It was list, wasn't it? So if when you join in the room, Baps Arcade, you just do /join, and then as you can see above, we've got the lobby with one person in, NetX chat with one person in, new room with one person in. So if you do /join next chat, because there's 8 people in here, it'll jump to this room, net chat joined, and then just type look, and it'll show you all the users in the room. So if I do it, if I just nip to thingy quickly, lobby. Look, it's just me in there. So he's gone. He must have done it. Next chat. Join next chats, right? Right. So hopefully you can join that. Yeah, you'll need to rejoin if you're need to reset to rejoin as well. I haven't put a restart in yet. I will add that for the next update. Yeah, thanks for the tech support, Tim. Right, so where were we? Go through the code one night. So yeah, then we've got our commands, which got CLS and connect, and then our print command, which got the usual sprint, and then the print, which is just gets a character, increments the pointer, tests if it's 0, if it's 0, then it's the end of the thing to print, and it returns. It's 22, do print at. If it's 16, do printing. These are the same codes that Specky Basic uses. Since the 80s, I've used this as 22 and 16 in my print routines, even on machines that aren't Specky. It's always been in my print data. It's been 22 for print at and 16 for ink. And then print cell, which prints a character, and then jump back to print. And then you've got print XY, stores the current X and Y printing. Print ink gets the next byte, increments the pointer, and then sets the attribute up, and then jumps to print. Print at gets the X and Y and puts it in print XY, and then jumps to print. Got a print hex routine, which gets 16, which is load A with H, called print hex 8, and then load A with L, which will fall into print hex 8, which then pushes AF, does a swap nib, and for those that don't know, swap nib will swap the nibbles, the top 4 bits and the low bits will be swapped over, basically rotating the whole thing 4 times, well, bitwise 4 times, and back into it on the other side. And print hex 4 after it's rotated a bit, so you get the top nibble, and then pop AF, which is the value it was initially, and then print hex 4, which is what that fall into, is then ANDed with 15 because you only want to print 0 to F, and then push HL because we're using HL for the 16-bit versions, and then get the hex tab, add A to HL, get the byte, and then print it, pop HL, and return. There's our hex string there. And draw cell. Basically push everything to the stack. Get the XY position. Check that the character you're printing is 0. If it is, jump to no, because we don't want to print the enter. And then pixel add, which is a Z80N instruction, which takes DE and converts it into the address of the pixel in question at and puts it into on the screen, and then puts it into HL, and so I EXDE to put it into DE, to which then I subtract 32 from the character that I want to print, because our font doesn't use the characters 0 to 32. Then load L with A, load H with 0, so get HL to now be A, and then add double A, and double it again, which is times 4, double it again times 8, because there's 8 bytes for each character in the font. Add it to the spec font, and then push DE, which stores the screen position. Then it would be with 8, because there's 8 pixel lines for the font, not the character. Get it, go to the next pointer, store it to the screen, EXDHL, because we want to move DE down a pixel, so I swap it to HL, do pixel down, which is another Z80N instruction, which basically takes a HL value, which is a screen address value, and then moves it down a line, moves it down a pixel, and it handles all the crossover of the thirds and the characters. And then we swap the HL back into DE and DE into HL, and then just loop for all 8 of the pixels to make up the character. Pop DE, which is the top of the character, where the character was when it was drawn on screen, and then get the high byte of the screen position, rotate it right 3 times, and it with 3 and or 58, and that converts a character position into character position on screen into an attribute position. And then DV62 is a load A comma number instruction, which is the number is the next byte, which is our 38, which is the attribute. And then load D with A, so that basically puts the byte into the attributes, and then pop all the registers again and return. And then print cell calls draw cell, and then advanced cell, it falls into advanced cell. The reason I did it this way is because I want to be able to draw a cell but not actually move the cursor or anything, so that I can draw on the bottom of the screen without like when it gets to the edge of the screen, I didn't want it to I want you to be able to carry on typing when you're doing the input, but when it's doing a print normally, I want it to go down to the next line and do it then. So if it's 13Z, go to enter, otherwise just add 8 to E, so eight pixels to the X position, and if there's no carry, then it means it's still on the same line. So goes to EX, which stores the new position, pops the registers, and returns. Otherwise, the enter does a load day with moves, sets E to 0, which is the left side of the screen, adds 8 pixels to the Y position, stores it in Y, then compares with 192 minus 15, and if so because it would normally be minus 7, but as we're using the bottom line for our input, I wanted it to be minus 15. And if it's less than, jump to EX, which means it's okay, a valid screen position, and then store it, pop the registers and return. Otherwise, loads D with 0, which is the top left of the screen, load HL with 4020, which is 1 character down. Don't need that actually, that shouldn't be in there. Yep, load D with 4000. That was because it was setting it to the top of the screen to wrap. And then it was before I added the scroll routine. Right, so that is 1 character down at the left of the screen from the top, and then that's exactly the top left character of the screen. Then do 192 minus 16 because we got 2 characters. The one is the one that we're copying, or the copy from, and the bottom one is the actual text that you're typing in. So they're the 2 lines that you don't want to do more or scroll more than. So we push HL, DE, BC because we want to keep them for the loop in BC, in B. Then we get 32 bytes LDIR, so we basically copy the bytes, the whole scan line, and then EXDHL, and move down a pixel line, and then pop HL, and then move that down a pixel line, and then DGNZ to the loop, and just so I'll scroll the whole screen. And then we want to clear the ULA lines, which is 50C0, which is the bottom line of the screen, well, the next to bottom line on the screen, which is the last line of the characters before our input. B with 8 because it's 8 scan lines, XOR, which is the byte that we want to write, and then just clear ULA lines. Then we clear the attributes. Well, we scroll the attributes from the 5820, which is a character line down on the left, and 5800, which is the very top left of the attributes, and then we want to copy from there to there, but carry on going, like for 2C0, which is the 22 lines. Then we clear the attributes, clear 1 line of attribute line at 5AC0, so we clear the bottom of the scrolling messages from the server, and then we do load 0758EO, which system variable is that? Which one that was. Right, let me just check online. schoolkid.github.io/rom/buffers and sysvars, and then it gives you a thingy. So it's 5a. No, it's 5a. That's the bottom attribute. And it puts a 7 because it's the cursor. That's what that is. Yeah. Didn't want to do it on that one. Close that window. Right. So yeah, 5AE0 is the input line, and it puts it to 7, which is it just puts a black cursor in for your type, and then load D, B1000, which is the XY position, X being 0, 0, which is 0, and then Y being B0, which is that's 192 minus 16, so it's the bottom line of the bottom line of the screen that the messages go to before your last line, which is the input line, and it just sets the D position, and then pop the edges and return. Clear ULA line just pushes HL, pushes BC, sets DE to be HL, increases E, which puts the destination address 1 byte in after the source, and then load BC with 31, which is it's 32, but as we're copying from the byte ahead, you only copy 31 bytes because you're storing the first byte, which is 0, or whatever the clear UL lines was set with. You're storing the byte in the first one, and then you do the LDIR, which copies the that to the start. Yeah, you're poking the first one, and then you copy to the destination, which is 1 byte ahead from the in key, and then you just keep on looping around 31 times, and then when it's done that, pop the registers, so go back to the start of the line, and then call pixel down, and then loop around to however many lines you want to clear, and then return. And then we have spec font, and then we have our error messages from the ESPAT driver, espat.sys. So maximum channels for this type open, etc. Then we've got the file handling stuff, and then the espat.sys binary, which is the driver that we load in at 8000, and that is it. And then just saves next chat, and you don't need to save the next file because it's not going to be a next, it's going to be a bin and a basic loader, and that is it. And that is a quick, well, probably slow talk through on the working of the next chat. Right, reboot not deployed yet. Jim will announce on stream. Okay. Yeah, finish the code explanation. Hopefully it didn't bore too many of you. He should have just all hidden in different rooms. Well, we can play hide and seek, can't we? Yeah. So yeah, that's the magic of the next chat. I don't know if any of you saw when I was in the Visual Studio the next chat that has them. and the file next to it. Did anyone see what it was called? Let's see if I can bring the YouTube window up so I can see what's going on. What's the benefits of using basic loader over creating an X file? There is none really. All right, Jim wants to deploy an update. Right, so Jim Philpott's going to deploy an update. So can you exit off the next? Just reset your machines and then wait until I say, well, wait until Jim gives us a message in the chat on YouTube, and then join back in. So /leave right. Got that YouTube lag is horrendous. And then /quit. Yeah, and then you can just reset your next, and that'll exit you out the room. So it'll delete the rooms, and then once Jim knows there's no one connected, then he will do the update and let us know when he's ready to, well, when we're ready to go back in. Oh, it's writing too small to see the code in detail. Sorry. Well, I'll do a. What I'll do is I was going to wait to do it once it's finalized and tidied up and compartmentalized. Very possibly, Stephen. Very possibly. Next chat will be released. I'm not going to wait till KS2 to release next chat at least, or the network game that I'm going to be doing. Chris Taylor. Yeah. Now it'll just be basically in groups with the comments and stuff, because as you can see in the source, or as you couldn't see in the source, there wasn't much comments in there. Reason being is I usually write descriptive labels, so it's pretty clear to see what's going on. Do I have enough mini arcades? No. I've started. And you see these ones here? These are what the I still need to apply for the Guinness World Record for them, because all 8 of them are running off one microcontroller, which is this one, Parallax Propeller from parallax.com. So yeah, basically all of these 8 RS245s, I think they are, yeah, sockets are connected to the cab, and there's 8 wires in the cable, and there's 4 grounds, and there's 12 volts. There's the video, there's input coming back from the joysticks, and there's sound for the speakers. So basically the cabs are you can play a game on one of the it runs 8 arcade games at once on this little chip, and like Space Invaders and stuff, and they're all networked together. And so if you score, like say you just turned it on and all the scores are reset and the high scores are reset, if you score, play it on, turn it on, start one machine up with Space Invaders, shoot one of the aliens, you get 10 points or 20 points or whatever, depending on which one you shoot, and then that will automatically then spread. The high score will be 10 across all the other machines. So if they start up and look at the high scores for that game, it'll be showing as 10. Then also, if I connected, got the socket on the back where you have the power going in, and if you connect them to, yeah, can people join back up? Hang on, let me join back in. That's going to go back to, yeah, back into this delay between YouTube streaming and and what's actually going on is ridiculous. Did I type run then, or did it? Yeah. Nope. Retrying connection. Nope, I didn't like that one. Right. Yeah, go straight in next time. Right. I pressed enter again. Damn lag. YouTube. Don't know if there's a setting I can change to make it like real time. Right. Look. Just me in here. Slash join next chat. And we're in. Keg and Kiwi, welcome. Yeah, take time getting used to the commands. The slash join is to jump around to a hang on, best. I don't know if you can hear me. Keg and Kiwi. Keg and Kiwi. Slash. Good. They're not good. Slash join. Let's join room. will make you jump to room. Room. So I'll type in the error message fixed but won't deploy update. Okay. Yeah, don't deploy it yet, Jim. Hey, CD. How about this? Just replying to someone. Right. Yeah, we'll have loads of plans for every retro project. Yeah, what's the bug, CD? I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're watching along. Mentioned secret must be 8 chars, but didn't ask me to enter. Yeah, we'll look into that. Keg and Kiwi, there's another person using an Engo. Taylor Zah is using an Engo, yeah. And I think someone else is using an Engo as well. See, who else was it? Oh yeah, Simon Bamber, is it? Yeah. Yeah, Simon, he's on Engo, yeah. Hey Matt, welcome back. Yeah, so there's a few people on Engo and it seems to work fine, which is great. See you, Jim. He's gone. Test's been going well, actually. We've had a couple of issues, most of them being fixed. The last one that was done was fixed but not been pushed to the server yet. But yeah, everything seems to be going okay. Rooms can be created and removed. Right. See you, Mook. thanks for joining. We should probably call it a day anyway, I think, because we've done all the testing. All right, cheers, CD. But yeah, on the whole, it's been positive. Been quite stable. Been able to leave rooms and join rooms, and yeah, cheers, Baps Arcade, for the video. As I'm joining again, right? Okay. Right, let me just find the bit where it is, and then I'll swap the screens over. Right. Can you see that? Can't do anything about the scale of the font. Oh, I suppose I could. There you go. Is that better? Right. So to do login, train ESP, load the file, call test login, check if it's a success. Do you want to save? Otherwise, do you have a username? If you press Y, it'll do type and username and password. So enter username, get 8 chars, and then enter password, get 8 chars. Otherwise, it'll do create user if you haven't got a username already, and then it'll tell you to enter username, do get 8 chars. You'll type your password, type your username in. Could that be it? That's what it is. When it's creating a username, it needs to not be that. It needs to be create user. Thank you very much. There you go. That will be the issue. Because it was jumping back to here, which asks for the username and the password. And if you don't know you won't have an account, so you don't know your password. So live fix indeed. Rubber ducks are great, aren't they? After that, you sometimes get the option to create an account. Yes or no. There's a bunch of that tilde means you're getting a buffer overrun. So are you using it? Are you running at 14 megahertz, 28 megahertz? Chris Taylor. Make sure the baud rate of the ESP is 1 mega. Yeah. You have nothing in the autoexec.bas, like load another load of ESPAT. Yep. Okay, we'll give you time to check that. But yeah, that should help fix it anyway. In fact, I will do that, and then I'll update the zip later. Stuck in prompt, put room list in missing, I think. It's stuck in initial room prompt, but the room list is missing. Okay, yeah, we'll look into that as well, Tim. There's no one in lobby at the moment, so they're all in here now anyway. And as you can see, the rooms are now tidied up as well. That were created earlier. So the Reaper seems to work okay. The changing in and out of rooms seems to work okay. Bye, Babster. Has he gone to his room? Yeah. Is there a help command? Yes, there should be. /help, and then you do and do /help list, and it gives you info about list, or /help join, it gives you info about join, or /help gives general help, and help /help command give command specific help. No worries. Right, let me just swap back to the you're back down here on YouTube so I can see the comments. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll probably finish here now anyway, now that we've got enough to be getting on with, and the test went pretty well today. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna set the ESP board in the BAT anyway, Tim, on the loader, on the basic loader, so the ESP speed won't be an issue, and I can uninstall the ESP driver as well, possibly, and then that means if it is installed, it'll uninstall itself. Hello, what are you doing in here? Dog just came in. And she's gone back out. No end, the end. Babster. Speaking of which, we plan to do a quick text adventure type game between now and 2 weeks from now, just to do a basic multiplayer dungeon kind of thing, and that way, yeah, don't leave them in the room, it's dark. And yeah, we're gonna get the like a little text adventure going, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, and then release the source so people will know how to make their own adventure games. Although we'll need, in that time, we'll need to have the server set up to allow people to do that kind of adventure game. But yeah, we will sort that, don't worry. But yeah, it's this is the beginnings of what could be some great times ahead for the next and playing online games. That's the idea behind the whole network solution that we've come up with so far. Yeah, if they're getting problems, your login details are in machines/next/nextchat.ini. So just get the stuff there. And the points we have two versions of the source. We'll have a basic version and an ASM version, and possibly a shortly later date we'll have a C version as well, maybe. Although that will be pretty close to the ASM version functionality, actual code functions wise. So yeah, like I say, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this progresses over the next couple of years and seeing what people do with it. Should be interesting times. Yeah, it should be quite easy to do a C1, Tim. Yeah, Jim, definitely some late nights ahead. Sorry, mate. We'll try and not leave it till like 2 in the morning. But yeah, we'll try and finish early. But yeah, I think it's for a good cause, though. Yeah, you might want to get a 2 meg next. Are you working on a client as well? Cool. Oh yeah, you are, aren't you? Yeah, the Horizon. Yep, very good. I reckon it will need 2 meg for Horizon because there's a lot in it. No, the protocol isn't documented yet, but it will be at some point. But not yet, because we're still changing it and adapting it and tweaking it. So until we get like the first couple of game types for the server out, then Horizon is greedy already. Has it got 50 games in it? It is Horizon, isn't it? Well, actually, it could do with the if you're using the API, you can have the text games. Because what I want to do is I want to try and keep it so that we can have the. Oh yeah, it was Cascade 50. Very well done, Tim. Rise, not breakout. Yeah. Any Horizon had games on it. Yeah, well that's it. If we have it in basic as well, it means a lot of the developers that don't know machine code will still be able to join in creating some network games, which again all benefits the community as a whole. So that's why we did the twin approach to the drivers, and not only that, but the ASM version and as the C version also use the same espat.sys that the basic uses for the driver, because that way any changes in ESP sys along the way will go across all versions then as well. Yeah. Any game tape you had for weeks after. Yeah, it's probably why a lot of people wrote their own. It's got a message. No, the colour doesn't have to be random at all. It can be fixed. I only put it random because people are saying I can't see who's writing what. So it was then decided to make it so each line of text was different colour, so you can see where one message stops and another message starts. Signs the user a fixed colour. Yeah, I was going to do that, but I didn't. But I might do. I was thinking we could do a change on the server side where it sends the character the user's index ID, or what actually we could change it to what or we could give users a colour, and they can change what colour they want, and then so it'll send them anyone can use their own colours, and in that way when anyone's messaging it'll stay their colour. Cool. This is IRC chat. Yes, it's IRC chat. Well, it's next chat. And Andrei Smirnov. And Chris, yes, you'll be able to have white. Bright black for you. Is that bright black on black, yeah? Stuart. NXTC, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and we could even we might make it so you can even set the specify what color you want the OGE to come back, no, OGE messages to come back as. So you know, like have the server sending red messages or green messages or whatever, or blue messages, or red text on black or whatever, white text on black. Yeah, I was thinking we could add flash as well. Bright and flash. So it'd be something like 47, which would be bright white on black. Oh no, unknown night. We could have it as, I'll put a space in. So 47 will be hex. Or we could do slash attribute and then have do things like paper color first, so it'll be white and then ink color and then bright and flash. That might be better, mightn't it? Be easier to understand as well. Yeah, very true. Hey, Hank. Tanya, no, I don't have the source anymore, sadly. So, and plus, even if I did have the source, which I don't, I don't even have the ability to build it because I've got no way of assembling it, well, compiling it because it was written in C and assembly. And 60, there, yeah, there was some 68,000 in, there was some SH2 stuff in, I was using all the processors. The two SH2s, the yeah, can I see S reverse? Oh, reverse is okay. Yeah. You didn't find where to read about it. Basically, we haven't put anywhere about anything about it yet because it's only just we haven't even properly released it yet. We're just doing some stress tests. Yep, no problem. Trying it, yeah, it's too bad. Would have been nice, but hey ho. And plus, I've got so much other things I want to do now. I'm concentrating more on the next side of things, so I wouldn't even begin to look into it for a while, even if I wanted to. So, all back after prepping dinner. No computer chat. No worries, Keg and Kiwi. Good to see you back. Yeah, Matt, it does seem very stable today. We're doing good. It's been a lot better than it was last time. So, and it's only going to get better as we progress because Jim's got a fix already for one issue. I've just done a fix for another issue. Obviously when they're released. One more thing, my GBC and GBA homebrew games were bloody brilliant. Thank you very much. Glad you liked them. Yeah, I enjoyed doing them as well. Yeah, not all computer chat. Thank you. See you, Matt. Or is it Tim going? Oh yeah. See you, Tim. Cheers for that. Cheers for today. And catch you later. And at least one line across the top border is gone. Tim has left the room. How do you mean at least one line across the top border is gone? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24 characters. Hi there. Will we have a rainbow mode? Each letter printed a different colour. I think that'll be a bit mad. Yeah. Yeah, Dinky. When we tested the first time, there was a white line. Oh, right, there was a white line, was there? Oh, yeah. The reason the white line, you can actually see it at the very top of the screen. It's because I'm now running at 14 megahertz. So the code loop, which does all the reading and scanning for the messages, is just at the top of the screen. It doesn't even take the whole of the line of the top pixel line of the border. So I don't know how well you can see that over the video, but I can just about see it on the YouTube screen. It ends at the end of the P in type, but it's at the top pixel line of the screen. Top pixel line of the border. What, Daisy? Do you want to go out? No? Okay. Bugging in space. Thank you, Dinky. Yours is on Babster, yours is on 3.5 megahertz. Yeah. Basically, if you when you run it next time, if you load the basic file, put line 5 the 5 run at what is it? Run at 2. If you put that at the beginning, 5 run at 2, and then save it, then then erase the old version and then save. And then do what is it? Erase next.bas, and then do save spec next.bas. Then that will save it. So then you can do save spec next.bas if you want it to auto run. Line 5, and then that will also run when it loads. And then yeah, Matt, I know you don't need to erase sometimes, but on mine I had to erase. It didn't save over for some reason. Well, you want a dog wants to go out, go and do a job, I think. Hold on, back in a sec. Pause live stream, why don't you? Yep, and then you'll run it at 14 megahertz. It doesn't work at 28 megahertz just yet. We'll look into it, but yeah, it doesn't work at the moment at 28. Welcome back, Hank. So for those of you that weren't watching earlier, if you do a slash look, it shows you who's in the screen. If we do slash list, we get a list of rooms that are currently available. Lobby and next chat will always be active. If you start the app, when it goes enter room to join, if you just press enter, it will take you straight into lobby. And then what you can do is you just join. Like, say I wanted to make a new room. If I wanted to go into another room to chat with someone, so you just do join and then name of the room, so test room, and then that will make me jump to test room, and then so I'm now gone out of the other room, and now in test room. So then if I list the rooms, I'm now in test room, and there's only 7 in next chat. So I'll jump back into join next chat, and then if I list again, there's no one in test room. So I give it 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I do list again. There's only 2 rooms now because there was no one in test room, so it's now been deleted. So yeah, you can create a room by doing join and slash join, and then you can have your friends join in, and then the messages in that room only go to the people in that room. So like you can go into just chat with your mate or whatever, and yes, it is. But if you wanted to do, like, say you wanted to type in, someone says, how do you do this? And you typed in slash list, gives you a list of rooms. And it comes up like that. So what you'd have to do is do set and then send slash list, gives you a list of rooms. And then it shows slash list, gives you a list of rooms. It's just so you can send the slash as the first letter in your thingy without it thinking it's a command. That's why it is redundant, but it's not redundant. Because originally we were having to type slash send constantly, and it was like, can't we just make it send slash send automatically to the server when you just type random? So we fixed it. So yeah, you can do the space list, but then it does do that, yeah. But if I do slash join test, yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right. You can just do space instead of send. So yeah, pretty much it's redundant. But it wasn't initially, so it was our way of deciphering whether it was a message or not. Welcome back, Matt. Team have just released next to issue 2. Cool. What's issue? What's in that one? Anything? Maybe we can get next chat in issue 3. Yeah, it's a +1 too. It's who, Paul? Look, oh, we got another one in the room. Is it 8? No, it's 8. It's who, Paul? Alright, I haven't checked it out. Keva. Yeah, power of 14 megahertz border gone. Awesome stuff indeed. Yeah, it's still there, so you still get the thingy when lots of messages come through. When typing. Next chat next day, indeed. I mean, we could even like make it so we could send messages that were sort of kept and then sent when you're ready to receive them. Almost like an email message, but wouldn't be email because it wouldn't be sending emails to anything or receiving emails, but it'd just be like a local message that gets saved for specific people. And then you can maybe we make it so you can do read messages or /mess would be message user blah and then /read mess or read all your messages and then /clear m. We can have that for clear messages, which will then delete them so you don't get bombarded every time you have a message. Yep. Yeah, I should probably get an ESP on Serial because it'll help with the testing. Won't it, Tim? when we're speccing things up, it's specking things up literally. How about integrating QR code creator into it for hyperlinks so that people can scan and open links on the phone direct from the chat room? Well, you won't get messages from your phone in the chat because it's not going to be having the ability to send it to email, to an email address or anything. I mean, you're more than welcome to try and make one. Do that. A first message appeared in the stream, but not on your own next. Subsequent message hasn't appeared anyway. Yeah, just do a restart, Kev. Kev Riley is the Kev. Yep, I think he did just fall down a hole. Baptist Arcade, it's basically you need a USB ESP device, and then you can connect via test it on C-Spect. It has the ability, which is pretty cool. I shall be investing in one of them myself, so we can speed up development cycles instead of having to take the SD card out, put it in, copy it across, put it back, load it up. Smart, Dinky. Very smart. Smart move. Yeah, I'm going to try the USB thingy. Well, I don't think has anybody had dropout issues once you've connected properly, and then has anyone had dropout issues, or have we all been good? Because I think everything's been good. Steel, Fod, and Rope. Yep, all good, excellent. This is what we want to hear. Matt has died. That's because you ate FOD instead of food. On keyboard. Yeah, Bapster, don't worry. I've typed so many times on the laptop keyboard rather than on the next. I know you are, Dinky. It's this, isn't it? Can we do that? Uses what's the name of that bloody gun? Teleport thing. I can't remember the name of it. Mine's gone blank. I need food. Portal. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, forgot my clothes. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty stable the other day as well, wasn't it? But it's even more so today. It's just now stuck in hole with Babster. Damn! I used it wrong. The cake was a lie. Indeed. Is the cake the way out? If you eat cake, does it get you out? Use cake. Yep. There you go, Babster rescued you. Hey Hank, welcome back. Hey for admin. Your footsteps. I was going to make Rex actually, or not Rex, but not 3D Monster Maze. I was going to use a 3D Monster Maze style visuals to do and put some shit drawn because I'm not an artist in any way, shape, or form. Sprites from coming forward, and have that for the multiplayer game that I want to try and get done by within 2 weeks. That's my plan anyway. Hi, Babster. Don't trust the foot anymore. Eat cake to Rex. Rex dies, everyone is saved. That cake was dodgy. Yep, no worries, Rich. Catch you later. No worries. Yeah, we'll look into that, but I think the fix that I saw will fix that. So don't worry. I will check it out. Cheers, Rich. Catch you later. You get 1 or 2 messages, then it stops. Have you used the ESP for anything else, Hank? You're back in the room. Yeah. Yeah, 3D Monster Maze was awesome and ideal. Definitely. I think what I might do is I might even I might put a Rex in, and you've basically, there's no way out, and it's the last one surviving wins. But you can go around and see other people as well. You know what's weird about the sound for the footsteps is, back in the day, because it said you hear footsteps, your brain automatically like put them in for you, especially when you saw him and shit yourself through the spectrum. Yeah, get people to play it with the headphones on. Dark room after the walls all dark and mysterious. Yeah, the brain goes, and you end up down a hole. Wait for admin. Oh, that's me. Yeah, it is still awesome. Yeah, be cool to have the be wandering around a maze with with loads of people on. Time's the charm. Good luck. Fingers crossed. I've got Reg 2.1 to 8 in auto exec and added Reg 2.0 in next chat, but bat seems unlikely to be. Yeah. The put a pause of pause 50, no, pause 500. Try the if you load next chat.bas up and add in near the top reg 2.0 pause pause, was it 500, because it needs to wait about 10 seconds for the ESP to reset. I think it takes about 9 seconds, so if you wait 10 seconds, which is 500, so do reg 2.0 pause 500. Try that. That's one way of doing it. Rejoin the room will jump you from one room to another. Need to code. Yeah. All right, Matt, take it easy. Catch you later. I just want to see Kev get back in and stay in for a bit. Oh, wrong bloody keyboard. Next message hasn't gone through. Kevar has entered the room. Yes. Yep. No worries, Matt. Take it easy. Catch you later. Hello, message 1. Come on, Kev. Get to message 2. You can do it. Cool. See you, Matt. Ta-ra, mate. He closed the door. Yeah. Good luck, Kev. Well, it is consistent. Bye, Baxter. See ya. See you, Babster. Thanks everyone for joining, by the way. Sync with an NTP saber on boot. Maybe I should bypass all the auto-attack stuff. It down. Today. Yep, too late. He left before he saw your message. Yes. On Kev, where's test 2? What is wrong? Why is it not working? What is different with your setup? Now that you've yeah, he's gone. Kev, now that you've done the remove, that you have removed drivers from auto exec. Now power cycle your next, just to be the test of everything. Right, hopefully you'll get in and it'll work. Thanks. This is the kind of thing that we need to test to make sure everything's working. Because basically what is happening with a lot of the issues is at the moment the next chat is just written in assembly, but there's no interrupts. I haven't overtaken the interrupts yet. And so what's happening is any sys drivers that are installed are getting are still running in the background on the interrupts. Everything that's running in the interrupts in basic is running on the interrupts when you load up. So hopefully, fingers crossed, now that he's disabled everything and turned his next off and on again, which will have restarted the ESP. It should, fingers crossed, work. Should, please work. Because I'd like to get it at least sorted. But yeah, the next version of NextChat will also have the interrupts overtaken, so that whether you had the drivers installed or not, it won't do anything. Come on, Kev, you entered the room. No, I guess that's even worse, is it? Ah, yeah, good point. Try run at 2. I just checked and he's running at 3.5. Bugger. Just tested it and it will send one message and then go wrong. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to swap in. You don't want to hit the NMI button while you're in the chat. Because it's set up with the timing set up when you start it. So if you change the speed, it'll just not work. If you change the speed inside the NMI. Yes, Dinky, you might end up might not work going back to the or carrying on, because if you are in the NMI too long, you'll miss messages and stuff coming back from the back in. You're lucky. Yeah, it's usually a quick reboot. I just hit the reset button and jump back in. Usually fixes it for me. Not sure. Is it a next door Engo? Just messaging him in the chat. Right to no joy. Right, out of my NMI. I screwed my screen up. So yeah, I'm not sure why, but it will have done. I had that when I was trying it the other day. I'm not sure what. I guess it depends where it catches it, maybe on the NMI, or I don't know. Ah, I've just realised what the issue with Baptist Arcades was. When it says enter room to join, he was still typing the /join. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Let's see all that. Pinky. missed. Cool. So I think Baxter's issue is sorted. He was typing /join in the bit at the startup when it says enter the room to join. So that's one thing less to worry about. It's the next. The only other thing I can think of is this is a bit of a Frankenstein system running the latest OS from previous gets, Python betas. Try renaming the autoexec.bas on your SD card so it doesn't do anything on startup, and then try running it. Now looking without typing anything myself, and seems to see as soon as I send something, it will have to stop responding. Try setting the ESP board. Great. Which is what I was going to do. I was going to try in the next update is change the BAS file to change the baud rate of the ESP. Yeah, that's playing me mucky, isn't it? I'll teach him for leaving. Next.bas as the command to change the baud rate. That'll probably be what it is. If his stuff has. There's Hank back. Welcome back, Hank. On keyboard. Here's Kev. Come on, Kev, you can do it. Please. Test 1 received. Come on. Test 2. Please don't crash. Oh. Bugger. Right. And he's gone. Oh, well, at least I will work with Emook and see if we can get this sorted. But yeah, it's probably just something as simple as yeah, just got 1 out of the 2 again. No worries, Kev. Make something out with Emook. Hey, TJ. What is your I know Ray I know hang on. Yeah, I know Kev's gonna have a bastard rating of 10. But I think it is the board rate. Anything you didn't try as the board command go yeah, that would be great, Kev, if you'd try that. The board rate and it's well testing to see if ESP echo is not turned off. Might be the protocol passing after it was disabled. That is a good point, Chris. Thanks for that. Is TJ having issues? Hi everyone. 10 out of 10. Here's Kev. Last try. Come on, test it. No, it's not going to do it, is it? Bugger. Yes! Success. Yeah. Right, so basically I need to set the board rate at the beginning if you're having issues. Yep, Kevo is still here. He's sorted. That's positive news. That is really good news. Thank Christ for that. Which firmware it is to use? can't remember which one we use. Tim would know. He's not here. I'll find out which one it is, Hank, and let you know. Pushes he moved down a hole. So he's still here, Kev, or is that you? You gone? Got 2 messages through. Yeah, I guess you meant bored. Yeah, join hole will create that. Has someone done that? Check with Emook and see if we can sort it. If yours dies with his settings, I'm sure his will also die. But he was in earlier, so we'll check with him what he did. TJ's gone. Bye, TJ. See you later. Anyway, guys, with all that leaving, it's probably time for tea now anyway, so I shall call it a day. Thanks for everyone's help on the test server. Made some good progress. We found a couple of issues and fixed some of them, and just got the Kev's Emook issue now. Hopefully when that's sorted, that should be everyone being able to join in properly. Exactly, Kev. This is why I set up the test initially, just to have a few people in. Because the thing is, it's been working fine for us because we haven't got Emook's board stuff set up. on ours. So like I say, it's been working absolutely fine for us. And if we'd have put it out saying, yeah, it's finally finished and there you go, we'd have just had a load of people saying, oh, I couldn't join or whatever. So that's why we do the live testing, and we get live feedback from you. So we have you in the chat messaging saying what's up and why you can't get in. So yeah, everyone that's helped out today, thank you. It does help, really does help a lot. So yeah, thanks, and we shall catch you at the next one. What I might do is I might do an update on this when we fix the issues with the thingy. Do another message on Facebook, give you like a day or two warning, heads up, and then we'll do another stress test. And especially if you can help out Kev, that would be great, to make sure you can get back in. Because we want everyone to be able to use it. We don't want people not being able to use it. Yeah. Okay, TJ. Yeah, I know you've gone already, but good luck editing your video. So again, thanks Stinky, Stuart, Kev, everyone that's been on today, and see you all soon. Take it easy. Don't forget to leave and quit, and that'll take you out of the rooms and close the app. And then you just reset and do whatever with you next. Have fun. Catch you later. Right.